Lords of the Fallen GameSpot review. It is a 5 out of 10. Okay, let's read some of these comments. Would I rate the game a 5 out of 10? I usually don't like rating games until I like really finish them, you know, like, or play them more. Like, it was just, it was frustrating to play, man. It was just, yeah, it was frustrating and annoying to play. That's it, so you don't rate games? Well, no, I finish a lot of games. I just, you know, I try to wait to finish them. Lords of the Fallen, 8 out of 10 by GameSpot, 2023, 5 out of 10. Lamau, yeah, it's gone down. It's the same shit game with the same shit title. Lords of the Fallen was never good. I played the OG while on medical leave, and I almost went into another coma. They desperately hope Gen Alpha loves this or Gen Z, but it's just another shit game. This is one of the better Souls-like ever made. Take away the performance issues, this is a solid 8. It's not quite Lies of P in terms of quality, but it's a close. And this game is a must-play for any fan of Dark Souls, particularly the first one. I mean, yeah, I like the environment and like the graphics of the game and all that. I thought it was great. It was nice. I just didn't like how the bosses and the levels were made, you know? It was just frustrating, man. I mean, it doesn't mean it's a bad game or I hate the game, but it's just frustrating to play. I've heard it's very similar to Dark Souls 2. Yeah, that's the problem. Paid comment? Oh no, I mean, I haven't been paid to. I think I'm the only person that hasn't been paid to play the game, man. Would you say it's the best Souls-like since years after Elden Ring? I think that the best Souls-like so far has been Lies of P. That's been the best one, and to be honest with you, I don't think there's anything that's really even close. I do. I think it's really, really good. It was surprisingly fucking good. Yeah, Remnant 2. I mean, Remnant 2 is with the guns, right? I mean, if you want to say Remnant 2 as well, like, I think Remnant 2 kind of was, like, better than Lies of P and the way it was designed. But, like, Lies of P is, it's melee focused and, like, Remnant's FPS focused, so it's, like, kind of hard to compare them, right? Still a Souls-like? Yeah, I don't know. I think I probably like Remnant 2 more than Lies of P, if I had to say, though. Let's see here. Lords of the Fallen is what's compared to Dark Souls 3, which is peak in terms of combat in the series, which should be compared to Dark Souls 2. Kind of janky combat, but it has many of its own ideas, and though the game is good at it. Yes, I think so, for the most part. Arthur's looking a little thin. Unreal Engine is the Unity whenever it comes to bad performance. Probably the most retarded score I've ever seen, honestly. The game is fucking fantastic, and every aspect of it feels great. Anything under 7 should put you in gamer jail. Is it really that good? I mean, I think it's okay, but it's just kind of annoying. Like, the game is annoying. Like, there's a lot of things that I just find, like, I really only care about gameplay. Like, so you have to understand, like, so for me, the way a game looks, the way, you know, the setting, the story, the sound design, all those things are, like, kind of irrelevant. It's like the way the game plays is the only thing that I really care about. And I don't think that Lords of the Fallen plays very well. I just don't think so. I think it's okay. But, like, for example, why is it that you get animation locked for 4 seconds whenever you want to pick up your souls? Why? That just sucks. So, like, you run back to a boss and you have to eat a hit in order to pick up your souls usually? Why? It's like, what the fuck? Like, it just feels bad. And like, it's got nothing to do with, like, oh, it makes it harder that way. Yeah, but it makes it easier to quit the game. It just sucks. It's too punishing? Well, it's not even that it's punishing. It's just fucking annoying. That's it. They're fixing that. They talked about it. I mean, they should have fixed it before it came out. But yeah, I'm glad they're doing that. Yeah, it has a lot of crap like that. It does. It's the same as, like how many... I also think that... So if you've played Lords of the Fallen, how many of you guys felt like your character would, like, you'd, like, lose control of your character because of how fast it would move in, like, certain directions? Because, like, I felt like that a lot, right? And so whenever you have that happen, and, like, this is, like, at the very beginning of the game, and then, like, the first thing that you go through is a fucking scaffolding on the side of a mountain that you can roll off of, that you have, like, 5 different mobs that are, like, shooting green shit at you or yellow shit at you that you have to dodge and move out of, and also jump, and it's some sort of, like, conditional jump where you have to be holding down one button and running in order to jump. Why can't you just fucking jump? Why can't you just fucking jump? Why can't you? Why? What the fuck is this? It's like Elden Ring, they made it to where you can jump. Sekiro, they made it to where you can jump. The platforming was unnecessary. It's not that it's unnecessary, it is clunky. It is clunky and it's annoying. OG was shit, combat and gameplay was horrible. I'm not saying this game is awful, right? This game is not 5. I have no issues with this game, I don't understand it. Oh, people are talking about performance. It's not a 5, but it's also 9 and also not a 9 either. It doesn't tackle floaty, unresponsive, clunky combat. And this is what this is why I get so mad at these fucking reviews. I hate fucking game reviewers. Because every single time they review games, they're talking about, like, the quality of the graphics. How good is the voice acting? Do you think I give a fuck about that whenever I'm getting hit through a wall? Like, why are you even talking about this? That makes me so fucking mad. No, I don't care about, oh, well, it's so what the attention to detail. Bro, why don't you pay attention to detail of the fucking animation that I'm getting hit by even though I'm not in it? It all adds up. Yeah, it adds up, but it doesn't add up to be that big of a number. Yes, gameplay is the only thing that I care about. Everything else are sprinkles on the cupcake. That's it. These game devs have a very difficult time creating fun difficulty. The reason why they have a very difficult time creating fun difficulty, this is genuinely the way I feel. I think that they don't have their own North Star in regards to developing a game that is anything that is like, they don't understand what they want. They just go with whatever they think the people want, right? With like Souls games. I think this is true with WoW as well. Is that like these games come out and it's like a checklist almost. And it's like they listen to what the dumbest person says they like about a game, and then they just put that into the game with no nuance at all. Like, for example, the opposite of this is like Blasphemous. Like, I think Blasphemous was very well designed. Everything about it, it knew exactly what it wanted to be, and it was very good at it. And that's all it was. iframes would probably make it difficult, since no matter what the animation boss does, it just rolls. I don't think that's the case at all. Yeah, they hire a person first? Yeah, exactly. It's exactly why the first one's done. All best producers don't give a fuck about what people want. Well, it's also about, like, the reason why Kojima and Miyazaki are so, like, well-known and respected is because they don't give a fuck about what people want, because they already know. They know what people want. They have their vision for what they want a game to be, and then they take that game and they make it a vision. Rather than designing a game through the comment section of a YouTube video. And that's what I think. They have a vision through and through. Yes, it is a consistent vision throughout the game. You need an actual director. Listen to Sven Wink talk about Baldur's Gate 3 and how seriously he takes game design and the internal process. Exactly. And just like understanding why Dark Souls games are very popular is something that I think a lot of the Souls-like games don't do very well. Here, I think this actually be very interesting. Best and worst features of each Souls-like. Right? And this is why I play them. Okay, so Lies of P. Best feature. What is the best feature of Lies of P? Weapon system. Worst feature. Boss animations. Okay. Yeah, the weapon customization. I think so. Code Vein. Best. Animations and hitboxes. Just fluidity, just in general fluidity of combat, right? Worst, probably a bit too weeb. Yeah. Okay, and then let's see, another one, Mortal Shell. I haven't played this for a long time. Best, I think like just like the being able to like absorbing like other abilities. Worst. Length of game / scope of game. Remnants, and I would say this is Remnant 1. Best hitboxes. Gameplay. Worst boss design equals ads. So that's why I didn't like about Remnant the most about it. Remnant 2. Best. Same as Remnant 1. Worst. Shit. Okay, let me think. What was the worst thing about Remnant 2? This is my opinion, right? Leveling felt a lot worse than Remnant 1. Personally, yeah, I felt like it really felt way worse. Personally. Bleak Faith. Ooh. Best. Environments. Aesthetic. Art direction. Yeah, the atmosphere. Yeah, atmosphere. Worst. What's the worst thing about this game? No iframes. It's like, and this is the thing, right? Is that, and then also, I would say, well, Lords of the Fallen, if I play it more, I'll have like a better idea of it. You give it 1 out of 10. I'd say Lies of P is a 8 or 9 out of 10 game. Code Vein is also an 8 or a 9, probably lower than Lies of P though. Mortal Shell is like a 6.5. Remnant 1 is a 8.5. Remnant 2 is a 9.5 or a 10. Bleak Faith is like probably after they fixed it like a 6, somewhere around there, like a maybe a 6.5, somewhere around there. Wulong. I don't know if Wulong is really a Souls-like game. Remnant 2 is clunky. It is? Sure, then I'll add it. Wulong, best. Best feature is an art. Spell and weapon art integration into combat. I think that was the best thing about the game. And, worst thing, shit animations. Bad combat. I think it had bad combat. Level design? Oh, yeah. Yeah, each level was the exact same thing. Collect 25 flags, kill, like a few elites, and then that's it. Yeah. The Jedi games? Jedi Survivor. Okay, last one. Jedi Survivor. Best thing about the game? A true Star Wars games. Like, I don't know. That's too ambiguous. The best thing about Jedi Survivor. Great story. I thought the story was okay. It didn't really catch me that much. I think the best thing about Jedi Survivor is that the fact that you could use multiple lightsaber types without feeling locked into one type. I think that was the best thing about the game. That was the one thing that it brought to like the genre that I think was very good. Worst, the frogs. Yeah, I mean the frogs were bad. The puzzles, I think the puzzles were good. This is Jedi Survivor Fallen Order. It literally says Jedi Survivor. I did not play Jedi Fallen Order. Conditional hitboxes. I mean, but that was only like a few things. And like animation lock, you could dodge out. You could animation cancel with the dual wield lightsabers. So like animation lock was never a mandatory problem for you to have to deal with. Large enemies had bad hitboxes. Unfair attacks. And I think that's probably the worst thing. I don't know. Overall, I think that Jedi Survivor was pretty good. Like, I would rate... Okay, so if I was going to rate each one, Lies of P, thinking about it, I would give it a 9. Code Vein, I'd say 8.5. Mortal Shell, I'd say 6.5. Remnant 1, I would say an 8.5 to a 9, maybe a 9, I don't know. And Remnant 2 is a 9.5 to a 10. Bleak Faith, after the improvements, I think is a 6.5, 6 to 7. Wulong, as I said, I think it's a 4. I think the game sucked. And Jedi Survivor, I would say, is an 8 to a 9. Jedi Survivor did not have character creator, though. That's true. It didn't. And it would be better if they did. You're right about that. Neither did Lies of P, though. You know, by that same logic. There's 10 numbers. Well, I wouldn't have played games that I think are bad. I think that, like, again, if you judge this game only on its gameplay, I don't think it's a 5, but I don't think it's an 8 either. But, like, again, I'll probably play it more and then try to get a better understanding of it, and then I'll be able to understand it more.